Second is the IT return for the past 6 months or 3 years, they can ask that. Third is any payslip which you have like received, or anything related to your payment structure here. And the next thing is any other recommendation. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. And if you have a visa appointment which is very tough to find nowadays for an F1 visa in the upcoming days or weeks, this video is specifically for you, because in this video we'll be talking about all the necessary documents which you need to show the visa officer there. And yeah, there are a lot of documents that are to be needed when you actually go for the visa interview. So if you want to find that out, this video is for you. So let us start. So first let us talk about the mandatory or the very important documents which you must carry during a visa interview. So the first is your I-20. I-20 is basically something from the university that you will be attending the university. Second is your DS-160 form. Third is your visa appointment letter. Fourth is your visa appointment fees which you have paid, which is $160. Fifth is your receipt of that fees. Like when you pay the visa fees, it is from Axis or Citibank, so the fee receipt of that. And sixth is your passport, and seventh is your birth date letter. Now let us talk about some academic documents. So if you are a student which is like me, and I just finished my degree in 2020, so here are a list of documents which you will be needing for the visa interview. First is your 10th and 12th mark sheet. Second is your provisional certificate from your university. So if you have attended a university or a college and they are not providing you a provisional certificate, always ask for a bona fide certificate which states that you are a student of that college and you have given exams there. And another document is the semester mark sheets, which are individual mark sheets as well as the provisional mark sheet. And next thing is your original mark sheet, which is a degree given by the university if you have completed it again. And now comes all the extracurricular. If you have done some extracurricular, they can ask you for the proof, though it is very uncommon to ask them, but if you have done something very achievable, do carry a certificate as a proof of that. And the next thing is any research work which you have done, any proof that you can show that hey, I have conducted this research. For example, a research paper, you can take a copy of that. They are not going to ask that, but just in case. And the next thing is all your test scores. For example, your GRE, your TOEFL, your IELTS score, and your SAT or ACT scores. These all scores, the official copy must be carried with you. The next thing is your resume. It is very like good to carry your resume wherever you go, because they're not going to ask you, but they can ask you for a general like what do you do, or do you have a resume, or like they can just go through the resume. This is not a case of rejection here, but they can ask you that. So it is very good to have them. And yeah, these are all the academic documents which you will be needing basically from 10th to till now, which you have done. Whatever is in the resume, you have to show proof of that. Whatever your test scores are, show proof of that. Whatever extracurricular research work you have done, show proof of that. So now let us talk about the documents related to the university. So you have gotten into an XYZ university. Now there are a few documents which you need to show there. First is your admit letter from the university that hey, you are admitted to that university. Second is your housing application, that where you will be staying, they might ask you that. Third is any financial aid which you received, you have to show proof of that. And fourth is any admit or like rejection letter, they might ask. It is very uncommon to ask them that. For example, they ask you how many admits and rejects you got, and they might ask you that hey, show me a proof of all the admits or show me a proof of all the rejects. So it is like a good thing to carry them. Like personally, I haven't heard that they ask for the proof of like rejects here, but yeah, carry them if you want to. And the next thing is any financial aid or scholarship which they have offered, any payment you have sent to the university, show proof of that. Or any other documents such as SOP, your LOR, your resume, or any other technical documents which you have sent to the university, they might ask that. Now let us talk about for people who are employed right now, like just like me, and what they have to show. They basically have to show the appointment letter that the company like told them that hey, we are going to appoint you as any other like role in a company. They have to show proof of that they are actually working in the company. Second is the IT return for the past 6 months or 3 years. They can ask that. Third is any payslip which you have like received, or anything related to your payment structure here. And the next thing is any other recommendation letter that you might have received, or any other recommendations from your employee. The last thing is like it should be on your resume. The currently work you are doing, it should be reflected on your resume, because if they cross check your resume and see that you haven't mentioned, it might cause some problems. So it is always good to show your company which you are working in on the resume. So now let us talk about the financial documents, and I saved it for the last because these are a ton, and trust me, like there are a lot of documents of financials to show the visa officer. So I have noted down a couple of them, so I will be reading out to you. The first is the affidavit of support from the sponsor. For example, if your parents are sponsoring you, you should have an affidavit signed from them that hey, we are willing to sponsor you, and for example me, for the entire course of my duration. Second is the fixed and liquid assets. You should show all your fixed and liquid assets from your CA, and these should be original. And third is proof of liquid assets for the rest of your, like, you should show them that hey, we can cover the I-20 amount, which is the total amount for your entire duration, and you must be able to show liquid assets in the form of that only. And fourth is the bank statements of sponsor for the past 6 months or 3 years. They can also ask for 3 years, but they usually ask for 6 months. For example, your parents are sponsoring you, so you must show them that the bank statements of your parents account from the past 6 months. Also, you have to show the income tax returns of your sponsors for the past 6 months or 3 years, depending upon. So it is better to take 3 years. You just have to go to the bank and ask them about it. And next thing is a balance sheet of business of the last 3 years. So if you are a business owner, if you have done businesses, so you must show the balance sheet of the last 3 years. And the next thing is the original proof, which is the mutual funds, PPF, share, any investment you have done. You must show that you have originally you have bought them or invested in them. So you must show the original proof, as well as you have to show that these can be liquefied before the maturity date, that these can be converted into liquid assets before the maturity date. And next thing is original proof of property declared. So if you have any rental property, you should like declare the original proof. You should have the original proof that hey, this property belongs to me. And yeah, these all are the financial. Let me check if I missed anything or not. No. So yeah, these are the financial documents. So there are a ton of financial documents. So start preparing if your visa interview is in the next couple upcoming days or upcoming weeks. So yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I hope you like the video and you get a very good understanding of what all documents you have to bring for the visa interview, what exactly financials you have to bring, academic documents, as well as the employer documents if you are employed. So if you want to read more about it, my blog is available on my website rsmblogs.com. so do give it a like and check out the blog if you want a very detailed or a list of all the documents which I have mentioned in the video. So go check it out. And yeah, इस वीडियो के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. बाय.
So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs